Retirement community is just one of several clients Insight serves. Residents and staff say they appreciate the company because they value the health and appearance of their grounds. As the summer months drag on and the heat continues to rise, farmers are getting concerned for their crops. Some have even gone as far as to start irrigating. Coming up at 5, we'll talk to some local farmers. As the summer months drag on and the heat continues to rise, farmers are getting concerned for their crops. Some have even gone as far as to start irrigating. Even with this beautiful weather, the Altoona campus has found a way to bring runners inside and to new heights. Runners here in Altoona are very excited and say they cannot wait for the new addition. For KCCI, I'm Jesi Good, Channel 8, Iowa's news leader. Street Bridge housed the second annual Iowa Craft Brew Festival led by the Iowa Brewers Guild. The Guild is a nonprofit organization that President David Coy says helps the state brewers.
The funds, the proceeds of the beer festival go directly to improving the Iowa craft brewing community.
The festival showcases local brewers from across Iowa, but setting the event up can be a challenge.
It's a lot of work. It's been a good 6 weeks of really intensive organization to get everything together.
But brewers are happy to put in the hours and are very proud of what they've accomplished.
We plan on enjoying all the other beers besides our beer. All the Iowa brewers are doing a great job producing great beer.
With over 200 beers available, there is a strategy to all the tasting.
It's more of seeing how many interesting beers you can sample, you can try. So you want to go in with a strategy. You don't necessarily, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality.
After a record crowd of over 2,000 people, hopes for next year's festival are very high.
I want to make the best possible festival we can do that showcases our own beers.
At the Iowa Craft Brew Festival from downtown Des Moines, I'm Jesi Good, KCCI News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader. Last January, Dawn and Derek Gruder received a call no parent wants to get. Their son Cale had laid down for his afternoon nap and never woke up.
He was 11 and a half months old, and we don't know exactly why he had passed away.
The Gruders' first son Kyler had a chance to meet his younger brother, but their daughter Kella will only know him through memories.
Kyler was Cale's favorite person, so Kyler made Cale laugh more than anybody. And then Kella, we definitely want her to know about Cale and how special she is, because we found out we were pregnant with her shortly after Cale passed away.
When Dawn was out on her daily run, a plan came to her. She had the idea to create the Cale Man 5K, which would raise money for families looking to adopt. The money from the 5K will be split into grants ranging from $1,000 to $3,000. The Gruders hope this will help aid with the high price of adoption.
Typically, they're anywhere, I think, in Iowa between about $12,000 to maybe $20,000. There are so many wonderful people out there who would be very good parents, but just financially, sometimes it's a stretch.
This Saturday marks the first Cale Man 5K, starting what the Gruders hope will become an annual race in memory of their blue-eyed boy. Cale's pictures still hang throughout the house, and his memory will live on not only through his family, but others. Over 150 participants have already signed up, and Dawn says that runners can register at the start line here at Ada, Hayden, and Ames. I'm Jesi Good, KCCI News Channel 8, Iowa's news. Not the typical sound you expect when you start up a lawnmower. This all-electric mower belongs to Insight Lawn Care and Landscaping, a company that prides itself on being extremely eco-friendly.
We try to work as hard as we can to provide a nice, clean environment for, not only my children, but other people's children and their pets to live in and play in and just really enjoy. I really like how he does that. It's a big differentiating factor, I think, for his business compared to all the other ones, because otherwise it's usually just based on price, but he has that to differentiate himself.
This service features a battery-powered mower that can be replaced in seconds without a spill. They also utilize a propane-powered riding mower and an organic fertilizer sprayer for customers' lawns.
Natural lawn care, we don't use the synthetic chemicals at all. All of our stuff is safe. We can drink the product that we're putting down if you'd like to. I don't suggest it. It doesn't taste very good.
Northwest Retirement Community is just one of several clients Insight serves. Residents and staff say they appreciate the company because they value the health and appearance of their grounds.
The residents that live here at Northcrest, that's a big part of their lives too. And they did that when they were in their homes. They looked at recycling and those types of things to help keep the environment the way it is.
Willie says his group not only provides a service, but a feeling of doing something good for his surroundings.
And we get to enjoy the fresh air and get the great exercise, and it provides our customers with that peace of mind that they're helping the environment out and through their care of their lawns.
Gary Palmer says this is doing great things for the casino.
Our revenues have stayed well through the recession, and by adding new convention space and a new hotel, we're getting a lot of traffic and a lot of play. So our numbers are up, and we're able to cash flow. We're really able to cash flow the hotel to $32 million.
With the hotel being paid off and demand for more space, the Meadows is getting ready for the next big step.
Right now, we're in the process of expanding our casino. We're putting a new casino wing on, about 15,000 square feet. It's about a $10 million project. It's just going to be the 21st century casino. It's going to be wonderful.
The new expansion will allow for an additional 300 slot machines, a cash cage, a high roller area, and a new bar. I'm standing in what will be the new expansion here at Prairie Meadows. We got a chance to talk with Dustin from the facilities department to talk about some of the new highlights that will be coming.
This will be the new feature bar in the new expansion. As you can see, it's kind of oval in shape. It's going to have a nice new modern design. There'll be some really cool ceiling features with color-changing LEDs, so we're real excited.
With new space, Gary hopes to bring in more visitors to drive profit. After all, that money goes right back into the community.
Agreement as a nonprofit, we're able to give all our net profits back to the community. About $37 to $38 million probably this year that will be given back.
The new addition is scheduled to open the 1st of October. In Altoona, Jesi Good, KCCI News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader. Campgrounds in Iowa are relatively calm right now, but come the Memorial Day weekend, things will be getting very busy very quick. It's a quiet scene here at Lake Aquabi State Park, but with the weekend approaching, travelers will be heading to campgrounds all around Iowa. Kevin Skudronsky, State Park Bureau Chief, says if you plan on camping, spots might be hard to find.
We've had sites booked for this weekend since 3 months ago, believe it or not, so those are all pretty well settled in. I'm looking at probably right now the first come first serve sites. If you aren't out there today, you probably are going to be too late. Due to the increase in demand, State Park staff will be sticking around to ensure all travelers remain safe.
We keep most of our staff on through the whole weekend. I actually live right here in the park, and people when I'm not working are usually around. So we've got several camp hosts that work that are in the campground throughout the course of the week and weekend. And a lot of our attention throughout the course of the weekend is in the campground.
Some families have already set up for the weekend well in advance, and the kids are already excited.
Swimming, bike riding.
Campers aren't completely out of luck. Spots are still available in the greater Des Moines area.
We have a number of sites that are still available with 30 amp service, but we do expect a full weekend. Generally, we like to be 48 hours. We don't take a lot of reservations day of, but there will be some walk-ins available.
A lot of families will be out and about, so whatever the destination, you can be sure that Iowa will be active this Memorial Day weekend. For KCCI, I'm Jesi Good, News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader. You think it's hot outside? Join us as we go inside to take a look at some tips of the trade for your pets, kids, and cookies. To parents and pet owners everywhere, it may seem like common sense to never leave your little ones in a car when temps reach scorching degrees, but Ann Geringer with Safe Kids says it happens more often than you would think.
Since 1998, there's been about 500 children in the U.S. that have died from heat stroke after being left in an unattended vehicle, so it happens fairly frequently.
We did a little experiment and placed a thermometer inside a car seat for a short period of time to see how hot it really got. This special thermometer shows the outside temperature on top and the inside temperature on the bottom. We started at 95 degrees, and as it reached 100 degrees outside, the car seat inside reached 125. Conditions like this can be deadly.
I believe it went up at least 30 degrees in 15 minutes. So the inside of a car, the temperature can greatly increase in a short period of time, even on mild days.
Ann says some helpful tips may be to leave your purse in the back seat as a reminder, or have your daycare provider call if a child is absent. But remember, the same goes for our little furry friends as well.
Even cracking your windows just a small amount will cause your car to get heated very, very quickly, and it will be unbearable for the dog, and it will dehydrate very, very quickly and will not be able to survive.
The hot weather does have its downside, but maybe there's an upside for our sweet tooth. The KCCI team decided to take on a cookie challenge. We placed a sheet of cookies in the dashboard of a car to see if the inside of a car really does get as hot as an oven. The results? The heat is only good for one thing, and that's baking cookies. I'm Jesi Good, KCCI News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader. After flying over 8,000 miles, 5 Indianola firefighters are back from rural Africa to tell us their story. Last May, this fire safety team took a trip to Zambia to help the Kitati people deal with fire in their daily lives.
There was trash fires, roadside fires, brush fires, you name it, fire is a part of their life in some way or another.
The Indianola crew stepped in, visiting schools and hospitals, handing out informational coloring books and teaching kids how to stop, drop, and roll.
We provided a coloring book that was in their native language of Nyanja. This is the first time in their life they've ever had anybody tell them how to avoid getting burnt by fire.
Before the crew's visit, Kitati's fire brigade were fighting fires in nothing but t-shirts and shorts and using an ill-equipped fire truck.
They didn't have anything. A 1945 truck that started when it wants to and operates when it wants to. So the dependability of their equipment is just not there.
Here's a fire department that has 5 sections of hose, 2 nozzles, and a truck that takes 15 minutes to start.
With generous donations, the team was able to provide the fire brigade with new uniforms, hoses, and last but not least, a fire truck being shipped all the way from Alaska.
It takes about $22,000 to ship a fire truck over to Alaska or over to Africa, but you tell me you want a fire truck, we're going to do it.
And to be able to see their eyes and faces brighten up with just fire gear, to take a truck over to them that'll be operational and functional and be able to do what they need to do.
Firefighters say they can't wait for their next visit this October and look forward to teaching the brigade how to use their new fire truck.
It'll be very rewarding to go back and see them still with their gear, see them training, and we've made friends for life, no doubt.
In Indianola, Jesi Good, KCCI News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader.